Family, friends, fellow Africans here in the continent, and to all of you who are in the diaspora, you are most welcome. This is our platform where we come together as Africans to share our thoughts, to find best solutions for our challenges. We exchange ideas on how we can change our mother continent, Africa. My dear lovely family, as you heard from the preamble, that in the year 2016, African Union passed the resolution to close and remove all foreign military bases here in the continent of Africa. But till today, we have those foreign military bases. It's few African countries that are closed those foreign military bases. Niger closed U.S. air base. Burkina Faso closed all of France military base. The same to Mali, and others are trying to do so. Senegal is going to close it. Also, Cote d'Ivoire has announced, but others are still waiting. You may ask yourself, why African Union suggested that? And what is the impact of these foreign military bases here in the continent of Africa? And why many Africans are not happy with these foreign military bases? So, listen, a Nigerian member of parliament talking about what's happening in Nigeria. Maybe you can realize what is going on in Nigeria.
Because Boko Haram is using armed drones. Let it be on record. They are using armed drones, weaponized drones, which the Nigerian army is not using. In other words, they are more sophisticated and advanced than the Nigerian army.
That is a member of parliament from Nigeria talking about how right now Boko Haram is so equipped with drones. You may ask yourself where these Boko Haram are getting those drones. And yet we have these foreign military bases that are claiming that they are here to support us, to strengthen peace and security. But Boko Haram have those kind of weapons, drones. And what about Nigeria itself? Have listening the chief of defense of Nigerian army talking about building wall. And of course I shared the video and fences between Nigeria and neighboring country. Listen what he said.
People say, no, it's impossible. Pakistan fenced 1,350 kilometer border with Afghanistan. That was the only time they had peace. Saudi Arabia and Iraq, 1,400 kilometers fenced completely. Can we start thinking of fencing our borders? We have 1,500 kilometers with Niger Republic, 1,900 kilometers with Cameroon. Chad is there. All over us, surrounded by Francophone countries, and the Sahel is heating up.
Yes, that is a Nigerian chief of defense talking about building fences around Nigeria with the neighboring countries. So you heard a member of parliament talking about that Boko Haram have these sophisticated drones, well equipped with weapons. So, and you find a chief of defense speaking like that is going to build fence to stop insurgents. So how is it possible? People are using drones and you are suggesting to build fences. Do we have right people in right position? So that is not my issue. My issue here is who is equipping these people? So we have been saying this many times, discussing that sometimes these bases are being used to train people who sometimes become our enemies, who sometimes come and disturb us, and they have relationship. I was listening one day, the president of Mali, General Assimi Goïta, talking about what happened to him when he was in the mission to fight jihadists and terrorists in Mali under France. he said that there was a plan, a mission to fight jihadists, and they surrounded those jihadists and terrorized those jihadists and captured them. When they have to capture those terrorists, they get a message from the command that was led by France that don't do anything to those people. Leave them the way it is, then come back. Assimi asked to say, have to catch these people and to take them to court or to take them to jail because they are disturbing our countries. They told Assimi Goita that if you want your life, you have to choose either to leave them, or if you shoot them or you capture them, we are going to shoot you. Just imagine. Assimi said, oh, let me leave them. And since then, Assimi Goita started to understand that these troops, foreign troops, are working closely to these people who are destabilizing our countries. He started mobilizing his fellow Africans to take power. And that's how Assimi Goita decided to overthrow the government of Mali that was working closely with France. So you can see, I'm trying to share this scenario for you to understand that these bases are undermining our sovereignty. These bases sometimes training people who later on come to destabilize us. Just imagine where Boko Haram are getting those drones. Those are not my words. Those are words of the member of parliament of Nigeria. And I'm not a Nigerian, I'm African. So you may see. So when we tell African leaders that we need to be free, we cannot be free if we continue to have these metal bases. And of course, they have robbed our leaders, our people, to think that they're here to protect us. Is it true? Look what's happening right now in Sudan. Africa, we have all those metal bases. Why don't those metal bases help to bring peace in Sudan, in South Sudan? You remember the bad things happened to Southern Sudan in Darfur. You remember what happened to Darfur, if you are familiar with the history of this continent. Not so long ago, almost 10 years ago, in Darfur, where people were suffered there with terrorists. In Congo, what these bases are doing here, and why these people are still growing, and who is training them, who is giving these people who are destabilizing our continent those drones and other stuffs. So we need to think beyond. We need to think beyond, my dear lovely family. We need to think beyond. We want to collaborate with others, but we need to be vigilant. We need to be careful with those who are collaborating too. So let us not speak for too long today. My aim is to share what is going on in Nigeria, especially after the chief of our defense talking about building wall. Of course, I have been shared my thoughts that you want to build a wall, whatever you can call it, a fence, to prohibit people from neighboring country to come in, and as if he know that he is safe, while Boko Haram and other insurgents are using drones, sophisticated drones. I've been saying this, in this hell of science and technologies where people are using drones, are using different technique, cyber attacks and other things, we need unity. the most important to fight all these things is unity. Our unity will help us to combat, to reduce, and to eliminate all these things. Because if these people are destabilizing Nigeria and land to Cote d'Ivoire can help. If they land to Ghana can help. And that's why we are calling about unity. But because we are not concerned, we are not serious with what we want as Africans, that's why we are giving others, we are deploying these military bases as if they will abolish and they will eliminate these things. So that's what we have been told. And sometimes we find some African countries paying money for these people. But let me end here. It is paining, but that is the reality. After that, my dear lovely family, have a nice time. If you have anything to share with us, please do so through the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and also to share our videos to other Africans and calling them that our unity is our salvation. We want a united Africa. Africa must unite. We want a united Africa that will be a peaceful continent. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa.